Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making egusi stew, and from my voice you can tell I'm super excited because I love egusi stew so much. If you're new here, thank you for stopping around. Please subscribe, hit the like button and turn on the notification bell so you get alerted whenever we post new videos. And to our old-time subscribers, thank you for always coming back. I love you guys so much. So for this recipe, I'm going to be making use of 3 cups of egusi, some palm oil, 3 pieces of tomato, 2 pieces of large red bell peppers. I'm going to be using some cayenne pepper, lots and lots of Scotch bonnet pepper. Of course, we love spicy food. Some onions and garlic. I'm going to blend this all together. I have some shredded onions here, some salt and seasoning cubes, some vegetables. Vegetables are totally optional for this meal anyways, but I love to add vegetables to practically almost everything I eat. So in my plate over there, I have some pre-cooked goat meat, beef, stockfish, and palmoil with some stock in there. I have my thyme leaves. I have some paprika and black pepper. This is totally optional. If you don't have it, you can leave it out, not a problem. And then finally, I have my curry powder. So as usual, I'm going to pour in my palm oil in my dry pot, which is on heat already, and I'm going to heat this up just when it's hot enough to fry my onions. I'm going to go in with my onions first and let this saute for say 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to stir this around so of course it gets space to fry. I'm going to pour in my pepper blend. You can use iru or opehe, whatever you want, but since I already blended some garlic with my tomato, I'm not going to add any of those. My garlic is going to be just fine. So I'll stir this around so it combines well in the oil. I'm going to let it fry for a bit. So our tomato is all fried up. I'm going to add some seasoning cubes and some salt. You'll need to go easy on this because my meat is pre-cooked already and it has some stock, so there's salt and seasoning cube in that already, so our food doesn't get overly salty. We can adjust over time anyways if it's not enough. So my thyme, my paprika, my black pepper, and of course my curry powder goes in next. I'm going to give this a really good stir, like stir it around really well so it combines with my tomato. My tomato is not properly fried yet, so I'll let this be frying and I'll go to my egusi. I'm going to add some crayfish, just very little. Sorry, I didn't introduce this earlier, just very little. And then I'm going to add my blended onions to this. And the water shouldn't be too much so we don't get very watery egusi paste. So we're going to just stir this around and let it form into a paste. Please, it shouldn't be too watery. And this is what my paste looked like after stirring and all of that. If you can make your paste a little bit thicker than this, it wouldn't be a problem, but it shouldn't be too watery, please, so you can get a nice consistency for your soup. So in my pot here, my tomato has been properly fried up. I'll just stir this around to make sure it hasn't been burning underneath, so we're good to go. I'm going to add my egusi in here now in bits, just little by little, until I exhaust all the egusi I have in my plate. So we'll just go in little by little. You can add it in bigger chunks if you want, but this is just how I like to add mine, so it gets cooked up really quick and I don't have to bother about anything. And doing it this way makes your egusi a little bit lumpy if you want, but my paste is a little bit light, so it's not going to be overly lumpy. So that is what I wanted. I'm going to just cover this up and let it fry. Please do not stir. Let it fry for a bit. So I noticed it seems my egusi was starting to burn. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of stock from my meat. I'm not going to stir this yet because I want it to really cook. So I'll just add some stock to loosen it up a little and to, get to the bottom so it doesn't burn. So I'm just going to shift the egusi a little bit so the water can combine very well and just go underneath to help me cook it. Please, we are not stirring it yet, at least not yet. So while we do this, after we've done this rather, we're going to cover this up and let it cook again. I'm going to go on low heat this time. So my egusi has been burning. I went to do something. So I'm going to go in with the rest of my stock and my meat because my egusi has started burning already. I'm going to pour them in and I'm going to stir at this point. I'll just give it a good stir Oh no, my egusi got burnt, but it's not bad. It's not bad anyways. I'm going to just stir this around for a quick while. And if you notice it's too thick, feel free to add water. Mine is a little bit thick, so I'm going to go in with some water at this point. You can add water and check until it gets the consistency you want. So I'll stir this around again, and I think it's still a little bit too thick. I'm going to add a little bit more water. Yeah, that's it. Some people serve theirs at this point like this without the vegetables. That was why I said you can actually serve without vegetables. And then I'm going to add my vegetables at this point. I just let it boil a while. Some people go with it this way. Me, vegetables all the way. So I'm going to go in with my vegetables at this point. This meal is really versatile. That's one thing I love about egusi stew. It can go with rice, it can go with swallow, it can go with yam, it can go with practically anything, and you wouldn't really feel the difference. So soup is ready, guys. I have stirred this around a bit, and I'm just going to let it just cook for 2 minutes so that our vegetables get a little steam, and voila. Maybe I should add a little bit more vegetables. Yeah, I'm sorry, a little bit would never hurt. So I'm going to stir this around again. And guys, yeah, I think the vegetables are okay now. Forgive me. Like I said, you can serve your stuffed vegetables. So I'm going to just let this cook a bit. Let my vegetables steam a little. Isn't it looking beautiful? So guys, our soup or stew is ready. Thank you guys for always watching. Please let me know if anybody tries this recipe out, and I'll be in the comment section to tell me what you enjoyed about the video. I love you guys. Thank you for always coming around. Have a swell time.